In a world cluttered with information, where truth is power, Lawin Weekly News stands apart.
We delve deeper, uncover facts, and bring stories to light. From political showdowns and economic triumphs to the pulse of the street and the heart of the community.
We capture the moments that define us, stories that challenge, inspire, and transform.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
These are Lawin headlines for this week. Texas enforces English language requirement for truck drivers. Texas Senate approves transgender bathroom ban. Bill awaits governor's signature. Former Houston Rodeo Council rejects plea bargain in online solicitation case. Medical examiner rules man's death during Harris County Jail escorted a homicide. Mass detentions at Hyundai manufacturing site in Georgia. ICC registers more applicants in Duterte's crimes against humanity case. Manny Pacquiao sets sights on WBA titleholder Rolly Romero.
Good day, I'm Krisha.
And good day, I am Jewel.
And tonight we bring you the latest stories in the United States of America.
Especially in the state of Texas.
So sit back, relax, and let Lawin Weekly News be your guide to the news that matters most.
At Texas State University, cadets honored the victims of the September 11 attacks with a stair climb tribute. The event held at UFCU Stadium saw Army and Air Force ROTC members ascend 2,090 steps, symbolizing the 110 floors of the World Trade Center. Cadet Rodriguez led the initiative, emphasizing the importance of unity within the ROTC community and remembering the sacrifice made on that tragic day. The physically demanding climb mirrored the perseverance and dedication of the first responders who rushed into the towers 24 years ago. The tribute has become an annual tradition for the ROTC programs at Texas State. Organizers say it not only honors the nearly 3,000 lives lost but also inspires cadets to carry forward the values of service, dedication, and sacrifice. Students, faculty, and community members turned out in support, reinforcing the sense of collective remembrance. Preparation for the climb included safety measures to ensure participants could complete the tribute with focus and respect. Across the country, similar events mark the anniversary of the attacks. For Texas State University, the stair climb stands as a powerful reminder not just for the tragedy, but of the resilience, courage, and unity that emerged in its wake.
Landmark City officials have approved an emergency financial plan to keep basic services running as the city faces a potential shutdown. Interim City Manager Barbara Hawley and Finance Director Wirt Ferguson announced that Landmark has just $1.2 million in reserves, enough for about 2 weeks given the city's daily spending of $60,000, not including utilities. On Monday, the City Council unanimously endorsed a 3-point strategy to stabilize finances. Hawley said that the city may need an additional $3 to $5 million to sustain operations through 2025, especially with the hurricane season ahead. The crisis came to light after Hawley, just 5 weeks into her role, and Ferguson reviewed financial records. They found revenue falling short and expenditures exceeding projections. Hawley noted that the past administrations failed to produce regular financial statements, bank balances, and audits, leaving oversight severely lacking. Still, she stressed that there is no evidence of fraud. To restore accountability, the city will form a financial oversight committee made up of council members, citizens, and the Economic Development Corporation. Hawley and Ferguson also pledged to release monthly financial updates moving forward.
Authorities in Los Angeles have launched an investigation after a decomposing body was found inside a Tesla registered to Houston singer David, also known as David Anthony Berg. Police say the discovery was made Monday at a tool yard after staff reported a foul odor coming from the vehicle. Officers inspected the Tesla and found the body wrapped in a plastic bag inside the front truck. The car, a 2023 Kia model registered in Burke's name in Texas, had been abandoned and impounded days earlier. So far, officials have not released the identity of the deceased. David, just 20 years old, has become an international music sensation with viral hits like You're With Me and Romantic Homicide, which together have surpassed 1.5 billion streams. He is currently on his world tour titled Withered, with his next show scheduled for Tuesday night in Minneapolis. It remains unclear if the incident will impact his tour dates. Law enforcement is now working to identify the body and determine how it ended up in the vehicle. Investigators are urging anyone with information to come forward. Meanwhile, the shocking discovery has drawn widespread attention from fans and music industry as questions continue to mount over circumstances surrounding the case.
A deputy from Harris County Precinct 1 has been dismissed for a month after being recorded on video drawing a gun during a family altercation. In the video, Brittany Brown is seen in uniform approaching a vehicle with her gun drawn. She is heard demanding that the man filming, who is her sister's ex-boyfriend, return her sister's phone. Following the incident, the constable's office initiated an internal affairs investigation and reassigned to Brown to desk duty immediately. She was terminated at the conclusion of the investigation. Brown's attorney did not respond to a request for comment, but previously Brown claimed to Eyewitness News that she believed that the man had kidnapped her sister, prompting her to draw the gun.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories, from elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits. I am here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
Journey to self-discovery and mastery. Be bold, why not? Season 6 with MJ Concepcion every Monday 8 p.m. CST. Don't miss out.
Where every conversation is welcome at the table. This is Pink Table Talk with Dr. Carly D. Every Wednesday 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Rice, spice, and everything nice. Welcome to the Philippine food scene with Adobo Queen, Nancy Reyes Lumen of Commissary Kitchen. Every Thursday 8 p.m. CST, Friday 9 a.m. Philippine time.
The Georgetown resident Daniel Bracamontes, age 54, has been sentenced to 300 years in prison following his conviction on 5 counts of child pornography possession. On September 9, a jury in Williamson County reached a unanimous guilty verdict, assigning 60-year sentences for each count to run consecutively, as ordered by Judge Donna King of 26th Judicial District Court. The judge condemned Bracamontes' crime as particularly egregious. The investigation began with a cyber tip from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, an organization aimed at addressing internet-based child exploitation crimes. Google alerted authorities after discovering child pornography by uploading to an IP address linked to Bracamontes' Georgetown residence. The Georgetown Police Department was assigned the investigation in 2021, leading to seizure of over 20 electronic devices from Bracamontes' home, where images and videos of children aged 2 to 16 being abused were found. Bracamontes, with a previous criminal history including theft, aggravated assault, and multiple DUIs, faced prosecution by Assistant District Attorneys Victoria Winkler and Carrie Warner. A critical testimony from a Texas Rangers digital forensic expert revealed a hidden application on Bracamontes' phone containing the illicit content. District Attorney Sean Dick emphasized the sentence as a strong deterrent, asserting that Williamson County remains committed to prosecuting crimes against children and is not a refuge for such offenders.
A horrific incident unfolded at Dallas Motel on Wednesday morning, resulting in a man's death from an apparent stabbing and beheading. The suspect allegedly disposed of the victim's head in a trash bin and was apprehended by the Dallas police while wearing a blood-stained t-shirt. The Dallas Police Patrol Unit quickly apprehended the suspect after he fled the murder scene at the downtown suites. Neighbor Nancy Pineda expressed her shock as police flooded Samuel Street shortly after 9:30 in the morning. A witness also recounted that the victim initially cried for help and ran toward his wife and son in the motel office. Despite attempts by the victim's son to fend off the attacker with a bat, the suspect proceeded to stab and decapitate the worker with a machete. Authorities are yet to determine the motive behind this brutal crime. Detectives spent extensive hours examining the scene, later executing a search warrant at the motel for additional evidence regarding the beheading.
San Antonio City Council is preparing to vote on whether to censor Councilwoman Ibalez Meza Gonzalez following her arrest for driving while intoxicated in July. Authorities say Meza Gonzalez was pulled over after driving erratically, and officers reported her blood alcohol level was 0.15, nearly twice the legal limit. Police body camera footage shows her denying that she had been drinking, though she was later arrested and charged. Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones placed the censor vote on the council's agenda after new details surfaced. The District 8 councilwoman, now in her first term, has already been removed from her committee assignments as of September 5th. City leaders say the vote is about accountability and transparency, stressing that driving under the influence or driving under the influence poses serious risk to public safety. Mayor Ortiz-Jones has voiced her support for the measures, noting the importance of holding public officials to high standards. If passed, the censure could have significant political consequences for Meza Gonzalez, affecting both her reputation and future within city government. Her attorney has declined to comment until after the council's decision. The censure vote is expected at the upcoming council meeting, with results to be announced shortly after. Meanwhile, legal proceedings in Meza Gonzalez's DWI case remain ongoing.
Conservative activist Charlie Kirk has been shot and killed during an event at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Authorities say the co-founder of Turning Point USA was speaking at a campus gathering when the shooting occurred. Emergency crews rushed him to a nearby hospital, but he did not survive his injuries. Police have launched a manhunt for the shooter, and at this time, investigators have not released a motive and have not confirmed if Kirk was the intended target. Security has been increased across the university, and counseling services are being made available for students and staff. The news has sent shockwaves through the campus and beyond. Kirk was a well-known conservative figure who rose to national prominence through Turning Point USA, an organization he co-founded to promote free market and conservative values among young people. Under his leadership, the group became a powerful voice in student activism and political organizing. Reactions have poured in across social media from political leaders, colleagues, and supporters, many expressing grief and condolences. Law enforcement officials are urging anyone with information to come forward as their search for the suspect intensifies.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lawin sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel.
Gregory Bovino, a senior Border Patrol official known for leading high-profile immigration raids in Southern California, has arrived in Chicago as federal authorities prepare a new wave of interior enforcement operations. That's according to sources who spoke with CBS News. Bovino, formerly in charge of the El Centro sector, gained national attention during the Trump administration for overseeing large-scale immigration sweeps, sometimes using mounted agents and armored vehicles. His operation at large included arrests at Home Depot stores and at Los Angeles' MacArthur Park. Critics said the tactics went too far, and federal judge ruled some of the stops were based on race, language, or location rather than reasonable suspicion. The ruling is on hold pending Supreme Court review. Now Bovino is shifting his focus to the Midwest. On social media, he posted that his team would be taking this show on the road to Chicago. His arrival comes as Customs and Border Protection joins immigration and customs enforcement in a broader interior enforcement campaign. ICE has already launched Operation Midway Blitz, targeting unauthorized immigrants with criminal records in Chicago area.
House hearings over alleged flood control irregularities turned tense yesterday when Representative Verdon, chair of the House Infrastructure Committee, dismissed the affidavit of alleged whistleblower Pacifico or Curly Discaya as invalid, calling it a scrap of paper. Verdon said that the affidavit's notarization had expired in 2024, undermining its legal weight. The document accused a number of lawmakers and local officials of involvement in anomalous flood control projects. Names cited in the affidavit includes Representative Romulo Arjo Ataide and many more. Vizcaya himself told the panel that he had no direct financial transactions with Speaker Martin Romualdez or Representative Zaldico, saying those names were matters he'd only heard discussed politically. These are just words that he heard from politicians. That's what he mentioned. Some lawmakers questioned Vizcaya's credibility, and Representative Luis accused him of selective amnesia and called the affidavit full of inconsistency and false testimony. The committee continued its review as members debated whether the affidavit can be admitted as evidence. Lawmakers say further questioning and documentary checks are expected as the probe moves forward.
In response to a rabies outbreak, the Department of Livestock Development has designated specific areas in Bangkok and Samut Prakan as temporary epidemic zones, enforcing a 30-day restriction on the movement of dogs, cats, and other mammals. Initiated after rabies cases were identified in the Nongbun sub-district of Bangkok's Prawet district. The measures will be active from September 9 to September 8, addressing the significant threat posed to humans and animals alike. The epidemic zone encompasses Nongbun and adjacent areas such as Kapchang, Bangkeo, Horachatewa, and Bangchak. Authorities have enacted stringent protocols, including a ban on transporting animals in and out of the zone without veterinary reauthorization, mandatory reporting of sick animals within 12 hours, and requirements for managing carcasses on site until official inspection. Compliance with veterinary directives and mandatory with violation prompting severe penalties, including possible imprisonment and fines up to 40,000 baht or $1,615. The Bangkok Veterinary Public Health Office has issued alerts concerning rabid animals sighting in Shalerm, Prakia, Rama 9, Soy 49, urging residents within a 5-kilometer radius to remain vigilant. In case of bites or scratches, immediate wound cleaning and rabies vaccination at the hospital are strongly recommended.
In Orange, Texas, Consul Von Ryan Pangui of the Philippine Consulate General met with about 80 Filipino skilled workers employed by AGNP Americas in a town hall gathering. Consul Pangui outlined the range of consular services available, including passport renewals, civil registry, and notarial assistance. He also highlighted preparations for the overseas voter registration ahead of the 2028 Philippine national elections. Workers were reminded to strictly observe company safety and personal policies, an emphasis that was echoed by AGNP America's leadership, including Managing Director Ayudel Ayurod and Site and Logistics Manager Kate Oliver. AGNP Americas, a subsidiary of Atlantic Gulf and Pacific Industrial, provides direct hire construction and project management services across the United States.
Filing taxes, dealing with tax debt, or facing IRS actions is stressful, but you don't have to go it alone. Call 832-674-0829 or visit www.taxresolutionesq.com.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit dizonlawfirm.com.
The Dallas Mavericks announced Thursday that they are keeping forward PJ Washington Jr. under contract with a multi-year extension. While the team didn't release financial details, a source confirmed the deal is valued at $89 million over 4 years. Washington joined Dallas ahead of the 2024 trade deadline and played a key role in helping the team reach the NBA Finals months later. Washington's role in the upcoming season could shift with the arrival of 91 overall draft pick Cooper Flag. Both players are best suited at small forward, creating potential overlap in the lineup. But their pairing could prove valuable once Kyrie Irving returns from a torn ACL, though the All-Star court is expected to miss the start of the season. The bolster guard path at Dallas is also bringing back Dante Exum, the 30-year-old Australian drafted 5th overall in 2014 and has struggled with injuries during his 2 seasons with the Mavericks, but remained a rotation option at point guard until Irving is back. In making room for Exum, the Mavericks waived forward Olivier Maxence Prosper, a 2023 first-round pick who has spent 2 years with the team.
Alex Ayala's run at the WTA 250 Sao Paulo Open ended in the quarterfinals after a 6-4, 6-1 loss to Indonesia's Janice Chen early Saturday in Brazil. The 20-year-old Philippine tennis star, seeded 3rd in the tournament, saw her 7-match winning streak halted after Chen rallied from 0-3 deficit in the opening set. Ranked number 130 in the WTA, Chen strung together 3 straight games to level the frame, then surge again to clinch it. Ayala briefly went ahead 1-0 in the second set, but Chen stormed back with 6 unanswered games to seal her first career tour level semifinal appearance. It was the first WTA tour meeting between Ayala and Chen, who were once rivals in the junior circuit. The loss also marks Ayala's first setback since her US Open campaign, where she reached the second round before bowing to Cristina Buxa. The Filipino opened her Sao Paulo campaign with a convincing win over Yasmin Mansouri and followed it up with a straight sets victory over Julia Rea in the round of 16. Ayala is expected to resume action later this year in tournaments across Asia. Meanwhile, Chen will meet either Francesca Jones or Solana Sierra in the semifinals.
After years years of fan anticipation, Michael Weatherly and Coti DiPablo are back in the roles that made them household names. Tony DiNovo and Siva David in the latest NCIS spin-off, NCIS Tony and Ziva. The series spotlight the duo's fiery chemistry and banter, now heightened by the added challenge of protecting their daughter while tackling dangerous new cases abroad. Speaking to Philstar.com, Weatherly said the show wonderfully manifested from the characters' enduring popularity, while Pablo highlighted the creation of an international world for Tony and Ziva's new adventures. Early episodes take viewers to Paris and Italy where Tony faces threats to his Paris-based security business and the couple works against a new breed of adversaries. Joining the cast are Anita Seaman as Claudette and the company's chief technical officer, and Maxima Ozinski as Boris, a skilled hacker who becomes an ally in the fight. While the story primarily focused on Tony and Ziva, DiPablo acknowledged that the original NCIS cast remains close to fans' hearts. Without revealing specifics, she hinted at reference to familiar characters, noting that the Mothership series will always be part of Tony and Ziva's story. Weatherly teased that fans can expect Easter eggs throughout the season, making the show rewatchable for longtime NCIS followers who may recognize callbacks to earlier plot lines.
Actress Janela Salvador is breaking new ground in her career with her first sapphic role in the Cinemalaya 2025 competition in the film Open Endings. In an interview with the Star, Salvador shared that she had been manifesting the chance to do both indie cinema and a queer film and was surprised when both dreams came true in one project. Directed by Nigel Santos, Open Endings follow the lives of four queer women navigating love, heartbreak, and friendship. Salvador stars alongside Jasmine Curtis Smith, Clea Pineda, and Leon Momono. For Salvador, the project is personal. She has long supported the LGBTQ community and emphasized the importance of respectful representation. She also credited a Soji orientation workshop with helping the cast portray their roles with sensitivity. Salvador described her character Charlie as a hopeless romantic, something that she admits reflects her own life. She added that the film explores themes like exes remaining friends, a dynamic often seen in queer communities. The actress also addresses speculation leading her to co-star Clea Pineda, saying their closeness developed naturally during filming, but clarified that her focus remains on celebrating the film. Open Endings is one of the top 10 official entries in Cinemalaya's 21st edition, running October 3 to 12 at Shangri-La Plaza, with additional screenings at Ayala Malls and Gateway Cineplex. As we brace ourselves for the upcoming weather changes, let's dive into what you can expect day by day. Whether you're planning outdoor activities or just preparing for the week, we've got you covered with the most accurate forecast. Stay tuned with us as we take a closer look at the weather patterns that will impact our region. Remember, here at Lawin Weekly News, we bring you the clearest skies to the stormiest forecast.
Here is your Lawin Weekly News weather forecast in Houston, Texas. On September 7th, Sunday, the high is 85 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect partly to mostly cloudy skies, with a stray shower or thunderstorm possible. On September 8th, Monday, the high will reach 89 degrees Fahrenheit and dip to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly sunny and dry throughout the day. On September 9th, Tuesday, temperatures will rise to 90 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunny skies continue with minimal chances of rain. On September 10th, Wednesday, the high will be 93 degrees Fahrenheit, dropping to 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect a mainly sunny day. On September 11th, Thursday, the high stays at 93 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly clear and warm conditions dominate. On September 12th, Friday, temperatures will climb to 94 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunny and hot weather continues. On September 13th, Saturday, the high will be 94 degrees Fahrenheit and the low 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect a mostly clear sky with plenty of sunshine.
So those were the latest stories in Texas this week. I am Krisha De Vera.
And I am Jewel Bacani from Lawin Media Network.
Have a great day.
Lawin Weekly News.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News.